Good evening, everybody. It's the New Year's Eve weekly race for Final Fantasy I Randomizer. I am DM Stewart 1981. Alongside me is...
Your wonderful co-partner, Serenus. Checking out these racers this evening. Let's see what we got.
Well, looks like we got one fine day. Lord Fizzlebeef, Sho Fumikachi, and Fukumachi, and Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, just taking a look at the parties we got tonight. Looks like not seeing a lot of black belts tonight. I didn't look at the flags that closely. I'm guessing the experience is a little...
Not great white magic level 1, but really nice black magic level 1. Level 1 nuke.
Yeah. I'll take level 1 nuke and temper any day. That's a nice way to start a siege.
Level 1 nuke, temper, and zap.
Yeah, I'm not a biggest fan of zap, but I know there's a few runners out there that'll certainly pick it up.
It's very situational.
When it works, it's very good.
Oh, we've got Paralyze on either the Wolf or the Grey Wolf. And a bunch of money in the Temple of Fiends chests.
Just a little bit to get our shopping started, help us out.
So, would you tell our viewers about the flags?
Absolutely. Looks like, just skimming through them here, we're looking at shuffled B-side trap tiles, so we'll be on the lookout for anything like iron golems out there, hopefully, tonight. We're dealing with our tri-state transportation that we've been seeing a lot of, meaning both the floater and the canoe are tri-state. They might be loose or they might be incentivized. Looking at anywhere between, looks like I think 4 loose items. And one thing to look out for is our towns are shuffled. So we may not see Provoca for a while.
Okay, and we get Ruby and TNT out of returning Princess Sarah.
That Ruby could be very nice for us tonight. Titan's Trove is incentivized. I would not be surprised at all if once we find that canal, people head out to turn that in and do the double check of Titans and Sarda together.
Oh, because it's free ship?
That is correct.
At
But
Matoya's,
not
we've got
free canal.
At Matoya's, we've got money, cabin, and wooden staff, which is blech. I mean, the cabin's nice.
It's nice, but it's not anything that 135 gold won't buy you.
And at what was Provoca, we have Lafane.
That's about as bad as towns come. Looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is going to go turn in that TNT we found earlier.
We have an Excalibur.
That'll come in handy if we find that tail.
It looks like Burt Reynolds is... Wait, I'm sorry, I was wrong. That's Provoca and Provoca. I saw the people. The people looked like they were Lefane, but it's Provoca and Provoca. So, and it's a canoe.
Where was? Because I saw multiple people in Lefane. Was that down at Elf, maybe?
Or I could be backwards. It's been a while since I've done commentary on anything, so I'm very easy. I very easily could be backwards.
No, Provoca was down at Elf. Okay, there we go.
Okay, Provoca is Elfland.
Always happy to see that town early. Nice free item, level 2 magic, couldn't be better.
The free item, especially, it's really free when you get level 1 nuke.
One other thing to keep in mind about finding that tail is that our turn-in NPCs are shuffled. So Bahamut could be sitting in Melbourne if we find Melbourne.
Oh. Oh. Ow. No, that's bad. That's ugly. But we have a tail. Okay, let's see. Harm 2 and Harm 3 and Fade at level 2.
Yeah, I'd say the people that brought red mages are going to be very happy with that choice today.
And then we got Light 3 and Fire 3 at level 2.
They got their nukes, they got their fades. Now it's just a matter of finding like life or warp or exit, and you have all the magic you could want, except for maybe fast.
Yeah. I think Lord Fizzlebeef is has a really nice party setup for the way these spells have rolled up.
He certainly has more than enough firepower, that's for sure.
Well, Shofukamachi also has a nice party setup for this. One fine day, we'll definitely want to class change. And I didn't notice what Burt Reynolds' party makeup is.
I believe it was 2 red mages? Yeah. Looks like white fighter, 2 red. I assume the white's up front because he's planning on killing it off, maybe? We will just have to wait and see. Where are they gonna head? They all just kind of seem to be going around in circles in that same little area. They have the canoe. Who's gonna make the play for Ice first?
Ice or Crescent Lake?
That's true. I mean, Crescent Lake could be a vanilla crescent, and it could have a free item for us.
It could be Elfland and have level 3, level 4 magic.
Which couldn't hurt. It would certainly help us get through Ice Cave if they had warp or exit.
So one fine day, and Burt Reynolds are making the play over towards Crescent Lake. Oh yes, if you made the play of 3 mages, you're a very happy camper right now. You're a very happy camper in this seed. If you made the play like One Fine Day did with Thief, Fighter, White Mage, Black Mage, you are definitely looking at turning in that tail to level yourself up.
Yeah, I mean, everyone went with the fighter, so I'd expect everyone to promote at some point. But having the extra nukes on that thief will be handy.
It is Melmond. And we got a heal 3 in the level 5, and we've got Brack at level 5. And I noticed Slow, I noticed Brack, I didn't see the other two.
Oh, and there was Bahamut.
There's a Bahamut. And Burt Reynolds knocking off some EXPs. And goes into Melmond and realizes... And Exit. Exit is at level 5.
Oh, that's going to be real nice. Especially since they'll be able to promote here too, so it won't be locked. I'm not sure if that slot normally is.
Okay, it's Slow, Brack, Fire 2, and Hold. So,
I'm not sure One Fine Day saw Bahamut there.
I'm not sure he did either. I know Burt Reynolds did, and has...
Found something deadly.
Found very... Okay, Opal Bracelet from Astos.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was that killed him with that Zozo Melmond going on, but it was pretty nasty. Had to have been.
Oh, and the crown was the vendor item found at Provoca.
Gotcha,
it was Wraiths.
Which would explain the grind that was happening right outside of it.
It was Wraiths that was the deadly. That was the deadly spot there.
It looks like about 3,500 for that crown, so it wasn't much of a grind, but that explains the people that were grinding there.
Yeah, well, also EXPs, so that explains that grind too.
Oh yeah, no, I'll take EXPs all day long. At least early on, if you can just nuke them down.
So as I mentioned earlier, it has been a little while since I've done commentary of any kind, and it's... Oh! Thunder Scorpions!
Always
Thunder
fun.
Scorpions.
A bit surprised to see Showdown in March.
Well, there is an incentivized item in Marsh.
I do not have that on my list.
Oh, there isn't an incentivized item there today?
I have Ice Ordeals and Titan's Trove.
Oh, EXPs have Toxic.
Well, at least you won't be seeing them a whole lot of places. Once you leave this area, they're pretty much gone.
You'll see them in Gurgu Volcano.
Maybe a few here and there.
Okay, if there's not an incentivized item in Marsh, I don't know why you'd go there.
I mean, I can only figure he's hoping to find the loose canal, that he's hoping it's not either an ice or volcano.
Well, it is a... Sorry. sorry, cough button. It is a play that you make. That's the play that you make when you're. It's a risky play.
It is,
It's
and
a
they're looking
high
for
risk, high
multiple
reward.
loose items, so you never know. There absolutely could be one down here.
How many loose items? You said there were 4?
Yes, just because of the way Tri-State works, I believe I'm counting 4. And Bert appears to be headed for that ice cave play.
Ice or volcano?
I believe he skipped the turn off for Volcano.
Okay. Sorry, I was watching Show and Fizzle Beef, so.
And Fizzlebeef's headed for Volcano.
Fizzlebeef's heading for Volcano. I think I like the Volcano play.
It's a lot of easy chests.
There's a whole lot of easy chests, and you're gonna get you're gonna beat an Elemental Fiend at the end.
Absolutely. With all these nukes, it shouldn't be an issue to take her down.
Yeah, with level 1 nuke, level 2 fade, you should not have any issues with carry. Okay, Fizzlebeef checking out Armory. Nothing of note yet.
Well, one fine day gives us our first look at the ice cave. Hopefully, wizards aren't too scary today.
Ooh, Gray Shark for the for that trap tile. That's an interesting trap tile because it's a lot of XP, and there was nothing of use in Ice Cave in Marsh Cave.
Just a lot of deadly scorpions.
Yeah. So now Show's got to think he's pretty well behind.
I imagine so. We'll see what he risks on next, whether he heads for Volcano or Ice, because it's bound to be one of them.
And with no warp, okay, heal. Okay, so that was an ugly trap tile, knowing that wolves and or gray wolves both have fairly nasty stun.
Yeah, and those werewolves having blaze certainly did not help things. So, not only did Marsh not have anything, what few things it did have, he's not going to get to keep.
Well, we get a flame shield, we get a wizard staff. I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff that's especially useful here out of Armory. And the asps with stare. Okay, I'm expecting to see Fizzlebeef. I'm expecting to see Fizzlebeef run out of here unrunnable giant and iguana pack. But one nuke takes care of that.
Just had to double check after seeing that cap. Yeah, Better Trap Treasure is not on today.
Oh.
I was like, that should normally be a really nice chest, but that is not on today, so you could end up getting nothing out of those chests.
Well, I will tell you that that was an ugly Peed fight because Peeds with Toxic. And with nothing of note in Armory, Fizzlebeef is going to just skip right past it. He's going to reset his way out and just skip past it. I don't blame him for that call.
Yep, not one bit. There was nothing he had to have in there.
Gloom says there's a white shirt somewhere. White shirt's one I'd like. I'll say this. Wizards are less scary when you have level 1 nuke.
That is for sure, and we're about to find out what's there in ice. Will this be our floater? Will it be our... well, I guess it won't be Canal. Canal is loose. It's just a rock. So with that, progression's actually going to be in Volcano.
Yeah. But I will say that that item One Fine Day found there is super green.
And One Fine Day does not have exit, unfortunately, but he makes it out of the cave okay.
Okay, there was a white shirt in Marsh, and loose crystal in Volcano. Thank you to our people in chat for noticing things, for noticing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will be having that white shirt today.
Which is kind of too bad, because it is a really, really effective item.
But if he pulls out that crystal, Lord Fizzlebeef may very well be our leader.
Yeah, and he does have the crystal, and it looks like Fizzlebeef is definitely going to make a play at carry. Which is the right play, I think.
Absolutely. With all these nukes, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, with three characters that have level 1 nuke, and one that's got level 2 fade. Yeah, the play is definitely to melt carry.
And he does check the red D chest, not gonna orphan anything.
Good. It always irritates me to watch players orphan some deep.
It's a good thing too, because he got his
canoe. Oh my. There's some progression.
I was gonna say I'll often orphan things, but I think it's a bit early to start orphaning things, and it certainly was.
That is going to make people very happy. I will be back in a moment.
Absolutely. Looks like Show, after going to Crescent and promoting, has decided to go back to Marsh. Maybe he will have that white shirt after all. Lord Fizzlebeef taking on Carrie. Let's see what we got. I'm seeing a lot of Nuke. And Carrie hits like a limp noodle today. This is going to be a quick, easy fight. Maybe not as quick or easy as we thought. Wow, she has some HP even though she's not doing a ton of damage. And she goes down. That is one orblet for Lord Fizzlebeef.
I am back.
Now the question is, does he use that canal and go turn in crystal and do all that? Or does he go to ice just because he's here?
That is a really great question.
I mean, because that's a lot of easy checks with that canal and that ruby and Sarda, but you're so close to ice, it almost feels bad not to go up and do it.
Well, and ice is going to be required because of the super green rod.
That is true. Looks like he's going up to Lefane to refill his magic, though. Unless that's where he parked his ship, but I'm pretty sure he's actually parked down near Elf.
I didn't... oh. Oh, that's a change from what I'm used to seeing. I'm not used to seeing an inn or a clinic in Lefane.
Yes, that is one of our flags that I'm not sure how or when it was introduced, but Lefanish Hospitality adds a working clinic.
Well, I suppose with Town Randomizer, that's almost... you almost need that.
Yeah, it makes Melman the one town without a clinic.
Okay, Fizzlebeef is going straight up to turn in that crystal and get a power bonk.
That could come in handy, you never know.
Power bonk plus Excalibur. Oh my.
And there's a good chance we won't find the Massa because it is not incentivized today. So that Excalibur may have to do all the work. That said, it would be plenty of work with that Power Bonk and 3 Temper Casters.
Yes, and... yeah. And I'm not sure exactly how much work it really will have to do, because 3 nuke casters. I'm sorry, 2 nuke casters and 2 fade casters.
3 nuke casters, yeah, no. And the bosses are not clamped, so those 3 nuke clasters could very well take things down very quickly if that's the route he goes.
And One Fine Day is about to pick up that canal.
Yes, indeed, and he has already cleared Ice Cave, so he will be free to venture the world as soon as he's done here.
Fizzlebeef making his way into Ice Cave. Now, the only thing I have noticed is that One Fine Day has not yet class changed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did not see Bahamut out the corner of his eye sitting in the corner of the screen up there. I'm thinking he may not realize that they're shuffled today. I know that that is a flag that I personally do not often look for when I'm looking at the flags, so I'm guilty of making the same mistake sometimes, if it is a mistake.
And we're seeing Ink and Hold out of carry, and Blaze, and we're also seeing a whole lot of Nuke. We're seeing a whole lot of Nuke out of One Fine Day.
Carrie was pretty thick today. She had a lot of HP, but she still goes down.
And there's a Fire Crystal for One Fine Day.
Two of our runners on the board, with Bert coming up right behind them, and Show just a little bit behind that, now entering Volcano. Looks like One Fine Day will be headed up to pick up his power bonk.
Yes, One Fine Day is heading to get that bonk. I wonder when we're going to see him. I wonder when we're going to see One Fine Day with his do his class change.
I'm a little worried about that myself. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say after he gets his airship and goes to Bahamut and realizes Bahamut is not in his lair today. And at that point, unless he, well, I guess he does have the Excalibur, so I'd probably do it just for that. I was about to say, depending on gear, I might not even do it at that point.
With the Excalibur, yeah, I would do it.
Right, unless he finds the Masa between now and then. Looks like Lord Fizzlebeef found something in the ice cave that was disagreeable.
It was Wyvern and a steak.
And at just under 35 minutes, we will finally be leaving the inner sea. What does Melmond have for us today? It is Elf. Nice find.
And our black 3 has Bane and Stun. Bane is a useful spell sometimes. White has Heal 2 and Harm 4, White level 3. Our level 4 White has Life, and that's the only one of real use. Black level 4 has Lock and Lit 2. Meh.
Yeah, not the best spells in Elf today, but you know, level 1 and 2 was so loaded that it's like no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, level 1, level 2 were so great that, you know, I'm good with not getting a whole lot out of 3 and 4.
I saw that life, but what slot was that in? Was that a Red Wizard learnable slot, I believe?
I'm not sure because I don't remember what the Red Wizard learnable slots are.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I believe that was slot 1, which I think is Red Wizard.
And you said Titan's Trove is incentivized, right?
That is correct, which is probably why he's going this way, because it's going to be not only Sarda's item, but Titan's as well.
And Sarda has for us a floater.
Well, that is just wonderful. That's going to do him a lot of good.
Yeah, if I'm one fine day at this point, I'm skipping everything and going straight to... If I didn't notice that quest turn-ins... Okay, we've got a key! If I didn't notice the quest turn-ins were randomized, I would be getting that floater, going straight to Bahamut, realizing the quest turn-ins are randomized, and going back and checking Melmond, just in case.
I absolutely do suspect that that's what we will see.
But that's just me, and I'm bad at this game. But that looks like exactly what he's doing.
Assuming he turns here, yep, there he goes. Wasn't sure. There was always the option that he might sail for ordeals.
There was the possibility.
Very
but
slim.
Given that he just found the floater, I would rate that as not happening.
And he has shown us exactly that it will not be happening as he turns in his floater.
Now, I might still go to ordeals by ship, but
no, he's flying. Looks like straight to Bahamut. Well, maybe after he checks his free treasure, looking for those other loose items.
Well, yeah. Light axe. I always like getting the light axe, but maybe again it's just because I'm bad at this game.
It can certainly prove its worth sometimes, but today it's already so late in the seed. We have so much nuke and fade to throw around. I don't think it's going to see a lot of use.
Agreed. Ooh,
There's
we have an
our
Aegis
Aegis
shield.
shield. Just one more reason to promote that knight. There he goes, coming down into Bahamut's lair. Going to be sad to find Dr. Un. And he does not have his slab.
And it's... And... Womp womp. But that should give One Fine Day the clue to head back for Melmond after he checks these treasure chests.
Indeed.
And finds
I know that
not really
feeling.
anything of use.
Looks like he did not check to see here either, but this is just going to be the Elvish Doctor.
Meanwhile, Sho Fukumachi is about to pick up his canal and clear that fire crystal. So let me ask, because I assume you're in the SRL room.
I was
how
not.
many? I was gonna say, how many are running tonight?
I actually got here a little bit late as well, and I did not enter the SRL room, so I'm not sure how many we got loose.
And Burt Reynolds gets his key.
Will be interesting to see if anybody actually takes that key and checks out, say, Dwarf or Corneria Loft, even though it's not there.
Looks like we've got 6 total tonight. And One Fine Day picks up Exit.
Oh no, Gloom, we are not hoping for a Marshlock loose. I mean, it might happen, but I would not wish that on anybody.
No, I would not wish that on anyone.
Ooh, show's got it rough. Had to reset out of them peds.
Well, them peds. Toxic peds are ugly.
And there goes One Fine Day, making the checks I was just asking about, checking out Corneria Loft.
Opal Shield.
And he must have forgot that he has the Aegis already.
I must have, because
There he goes. Guess I'll just trash
There we
that
go.
Opal.
And Fizzlebeef finds an opal gauntlet and resets out of it in Earth Cave.
Oh, there we go. Free gold bracelet and a black shirt. So Corneria Treasury wasn't that bad today. It certainly had a few nice things.
Yeah, better than a kick in the teeth.
We are still looking
And a
for a
pro
lot
ring.
of loose items, though, because we need a lot of items to finish off this season.
And there was a pro ring in Earth Cave.
Nothing of merit in Dwarf Treasury.
Not even a mithril shirt that's worth half the value of the Shire.
Nothing like that today.
Or am I confusing my ideas here? Am I confusing things here? Burt Reynolds finds Gaia? No. Crescent Lake.
Lord Fizzlebeef found a pretty nice grind tile. Got himself some metal slimes there. Wonder if he might take that fight a couple of times just for the free little bit of boost to his experience. Looks like he is.
Well, yeah, that's a nice... Especially if you've got a house that you can duck out of the Earth Cave and then restore all your magic before you go in to go down fight Lich. I'd do that. And Oxy Ale from Crescent Lake.
That is one last item what we're looking for.
And Crescent Lake is in Lefane. One fine day, meanwhile, on his way to Ordeals.
Let's see, we still need, at very least, loot, chime, and cube. So we are going to need some loose items here, because even if Ordeals turns up one and Waterfall turns up one, we are still looking for more.
Yes. I always hated the, when I used to run this randomizer, I always hated this second floor of Ordeals.
It is certainly a workout sometimes. Certainly do a whole lot of walking. And since
unfortunately,
we have not seen warp today, there's no way to just work around it.
And unfortunately also a whole lot of fighting.
Nothing Newt can't handle.
Yes, but you might start running out of it. Even at level 1, even when it's level 1, you can still run out of it.
I suspect we'll be okay today.
Especially when you're getting unrunnable sorcerer packs on pretty much every attack, every battle here. Meanwhile, Sho Fukamachi is in Ice Cave.
Yep, he'll be finishing up here soon and picking up that rod.
And Fizzlebeef is going to go and take care of Earth Cave. Oh, just occurred to me, Fizzlebeef might have been grinding some levels in order to get a couple of in order to get a fade cast or two on his knight.
That might come in handy, although he already has so much AoE.
Well, you know what they say, there is no kill like overkill.
Ordeal's actually looking somewhat scary today, as those zombie Ds actually put out some damage. And this pillar maze is not going by quickly today. I think One Fine Day must have hit every wrong pillar going through that maze.
I think he did. And
well, we're just going to have to pray that it's something required and that he doesn't end up regretting this. Absolutely, Asher. This is indeed why we love Warp.
although those zombie Ds are nice. Nice XP.
Nice XP, but they tend to kill things too today. Bert, on the other hand, appears to have made all the right choices at the pillars and has basically caught up.
Oh, we've got a loose bottle. We've got a loose bottle in Earth Cave. Good call on... we'll see how good a call. And I missed what the item was in Ordeals.
Ordeals gave them the cube today.
Oh. That's a seafood fun pack. That's a seafood special. Yeah, loose bottle, loose canal, and loose crystal that leads to power bonk. And dang it, one fine day. You're supposed to walk without rhythm, then you won't attract the worm.
That is true. The last loose item could be or could lead to the Thor's hammer. So there is a, I guess, I don't want to say useless item in the pool, but not exactly what you want to see at this point.
Okay, one fine day heading up for the waterfall. What towns do we have left to see? We have left to see Onrak, we have left to see Gaia. I think that's it.
At this point, knowing what we know, I'm really hoping that this waterfall either turns out the loot or the chime. And then hopefully that bottle is the other one. Otherwise, we're going to be doing quite the hunt. We
have a
did see
katana.
Crescent Asher.
We have a katana in Earth Cave. Crescent was in Lefane. I have not seen a ribbon yet, but I've not necessarily been the best about noticing that. We have Red Giant and Agama.
Not a bad tile. Definitely not as good as those metal slimes, though, but he has not seen those yet.
Not as good as those metal slimes. Also, certainly not as good as the tile that's usually there. It's the chime in the waterfall.
There we go. Now it is just a matter of where that loot is. Hopefully that loot is not loose. That is always my biggest fear in a siege. Looks like Bert is also in the waterfall, showing off those
And
gas dragons.
That Onrak at Onrak? Or is that Gaia at On? That's Gaia at Onrak. We've got Rub found. At that means Onrak is going to be at Gaia. And does One Fine Day have One Fine Day has Oxy Ale? So we might see One Fine Day making a run at Kraken.
That is true, and he might regret it if it turns out Earth Key leads to the bottle, which leads to what he needs, maybe. I know I'm a big fan of doing Earth last. I know a lot of other runners are too, but that might not be the play today.
And Lich just melts for Fizzle Beef.
Lich is doing Lich things.
Let's be fair though, Lich melting, that happens when you have level 1 nuke.
Yeah, it also just happens when you have the levels that he has. I'm sure his knight could have done it on its own. And Lord Fizzlebeef is in the air.
In the air and with a key, So we're going to see Fizzlebeef make those checks that we saw One Fine Day make.
Yes, indeed. There was some nice stuff in the Corneria treasury, but nothing we absolutely had to have.
Although I don't think we saw One Fine Day make the Northwest Castle check. One Fine Day gets his Oxyale. One Fine Day is in. One Fine Day is in. Sea Shrine.
And
Yeah,
he's doing
can
mermaid side first. That is a play after my heart.
Oh, well, there's so many chests up there, and there's that one loose item left that could be exactly what you need. Fugamachi gets the floater.
I know a lot of runners that like to say you do Kraken side first because you have to do Kraken anyways. But I'm a big fan of doing the mermaids first. There's a lot of free loot there.
And meanwhile, Burt Reynolds is climbing the Mirage Tower. He's got the cube. He's got the chime.
Yeah, it's a good check. There's a lot of chests there. There's more experience there than basically anywhere else other than trap tile.
We've got the worst sword in the game found, the Vorpal.
Oh no.
Nothing else of note so far in Mermaids.
That Vorpal might actually be tempting today with the amount of temper that they have available.
Okay, with the amount of temper, Vorpal's probably usable. But you still have Excalibur. There's an opal armor and a ribbon. We've got our first ribbon.
Always happy to see that. I'm sure everyone will be looking for at least one.
No, put me firmly in the camp of the Vorpal haters.
Understandable.
Oh, there's that red Sahugan wizard Sahugan group.
There's a bit of a change coming down the pipe for that group. I don't believe we're seeing it today. I think it might still be an alpha, but that is no longer always unrunnable in some of our flag set.
Oh, Mirage had the last loose item. Mirage Floor 1 had the last loose item, and it was the slab.
And it appears he is going to check that out as fast as he can.
Well, I would too, because if I don't, it's adamant. Because if I didn't have to find... Oh, and we had warp. We had warp in, was it level 6? We had warp at the same level as Cure 4, and adamant led to the Thor hammer, which means the bottle will lead to loot.
And everyone else won't have to do that tablet check, assuming that they find the bottle first.
Oh, with Bottle being loose in Earth, I would not say that's a safe assumption.
No, it's not a safe assumption at all. Many of our runners are never Earth.
I am very much of the opinion that if Earth is a clear play, if Earth seems like a good play, you make it.
And today, that may very well prove to be the right answer.
There are plenty of reasons to make the play on Earth. Like if you're already over there and have a reasonable... You're already over there and have the ability to clear it, you may as well do it. There's a lot of chests in there. There's a lot of possibility to find loose items.
Lord Fizzlebeef appears to be enjoying our pillar maze today.
So, I've got a question for you. Of the 4 runners we have, who would you say is in the lead?
Oh man. Part of me wants to say Lord Fizzlebeef just because he has pulled out that bottle already, but One Fine Day I feel like is ahead if he goes to Earth next instead of Sky. But if he doesn't, then Lord Fizzlebeef is.
I think I would agree with that statement.
I mean, having that bottle, assuming he goes and turns it in before he, finds the slab, is gonna let him know that he is good to go. Because he just picked up his cube, which means he is now just short that loot. Or he may not have his chime either yet. Did he not pick that up?
He has not. He has not. He has not gone to. He has not gone to Waterfall.
Gotcha. Or is Oxy, I guess. I guess he might still be a little bit further behind than I thought he was. That Earth play took a little while.
The Earth play took a little while, but it was worth it. And he doesn't have his Oxyel. He's checking on-rack. Fog 2 and Mute, so nothing useful there. Ice and Ice 3. Ice 3 is at least not terrible.
Yeah, I don't know that with level 1 Nuke and level 2 Fade that I'm going to be casting a lot of level 7 Ice 3.
Yes, but it's nice to have it available. Now he is going over to Lefane. Lefane, that's going to get him... That's going to have him check his... that's going to get him his Oxyel from the Sage.
Yes,
because Lefane is crescent.
Meanwhile, One Fine Day has decided to go up the Sky Tower and looks like he's bypassing those treasures on the early floors.
And did not do any of the, did not check any of the chests. Which actually is favorable for him because the,
because the slab is not useful for him, but
yeah.
Man, I don't know that I'd be orphaning that many chests.
Not when I certainly wouldn't be orphaning all of the Sky Tower or all of the Sky Castle chests as well. Not when I still had one loose item to find the loot. and the bottle. Actually, he's got 2 loose items to find. I would never be orphaning that many chests when I had 2 loose items. But again, I'm bad at this game.
You never know. He might come back in for him. He might just be wanting to make sure he has maximum spell charges to take out Tiamat.
There is that.
Bert running around checking out the sea shrine.
Okay, so I've got the question. Is our teleporter location randomized on the looping Taurus looping floor of Sky Castle?
I don't believe we have anything like that turned on tonight. Let me double check.
It doesn't look like it, and we have a war mech.
Oh boy. Already those praise RNGs coming out. Vanilla War Mech showing up to give us that nice juicy experience bonus.
And one fine day, bada big boom.
Will we see a second one?
I, for one, welcome our new war mech overlords.
You never know with Shuffle Encounter rarity. He could show up 2 or 3 times across this bridge.
No, we got nachos.
I don't think that's exactly what our runners are looking for tonight. Although he does appear to be happy to take the experience they're offering him.
And by the way, for all of our visitors in Europe and to the east and east of, say, the Central Atlantic, Happy New Year to you all.
Getting our first look at Tiamat here. Let's see how this turns out.
Five hits for 425 after 2 tempers and a power bonk, and Tiamat went down bad. And
Dude,
One
that's
Fine Day
pretty
does
orb
not. One Fine Day does not head back in to check the all the orphaned chests. Short 2 loose items. I don't like that play. Even though we know it's right. No, Asher. Loot is going to be the turn-in for the bottle. Bert, it looks like, is going to heading down to Kraken. Bert checked. Okay, One Fine Day into Earth. doing Final Earth.
I mean, he's checking the chest now at least. I'm just wondering why he didn't check them in Sky. That's a little odd.
Yeah.
Even if it turns out it was correct today.
Even if it's correct in this seed, I think it's anti-percentage. I think it's an anti-percentage play overall.
I feel like part of the reason why we dislike Earth so much is just that the chests are so spread out. Ooh, wow, that was weird looking at Bert's screen. I always do weird things with that door too. It really messes with me.
Yes, and bottle leads to the herb. And Fizzlebeef is heading up to. Yeah, Fizzlebeef is heading up to do. What's it? Waterfall. It's been a while. Sorry, bear with me.
A little bit different today. If anybody's used to Vanilla Waterfall, you may have already noticed when our other runners were in there, we're looking at a Proc Gen Waterfall today.
Yeah, it's different.
Very different, and it can loop in any direction, so if you go the wrong way in it, you can find yourself walking for a long time before you find anything.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
I suspect it'll be okay. Our other two runners that had already did it today made it through pretty alright pretty quickly, I think.
And Fukumachi doing mermaid side of Sea Shrine.
Happy to pick up that ribbon, I am sure.
And the gas dragon has been terminated.
Yeah, they are really common today. That is an encounter 8, which apparently is not rare today in the waterfall.
And they're unrunnable.
They are excellent experience, at least.
One fine day gets his bottle.
Yes, he does. And if he turns that in, I'm sure he will be very happy with his choice to abandon air. Burt Reynolds quickly approaching the Kraken.
Well, so as an aside that's not game related, do you have any particular New Year's Day traditions?
I do not. I actually usually work New Year's Day, so I just take a bottle of whatever I feel like drinking and I do shots at work. I guess that's kind of a tradition. How about yourself? Any New Year's resolutions?
No resolutions, but I have a couple of traditions that I do that I follow. Well, for instance, my wife likes to watch the Rose Parade. My wife and mother-in-law both like to watch the Rose Parade. I am less enthusiastic about the Rose Parade. Fizzleby finds his slab. The question is he going to go? Is he going to go and is he going to turn the slab in, or is he going to turn the bottle? Is he going to turn the herb in?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised you didn't turn that herb in already before coming here. But
it's a good ways away to do that from where he was. It's further away to turn in that herb than to just go and do Sky Castle.
Slightly, but I'd like to know if I'm in go mode.
Check.
I have to imagine the herb will probably be turned in next before the slab, since it requires going to 2 places.
Now, my tradition was always the tradition. My family's tradition for New Year's was always pork and sauerkraut.
That's an odd one. I have not heard that before.
Then you must not be from Pennsylvania, that area, because that is very, very common up there. And Burt Reynolds is in.
Yes, indeed. When he finds the bottle, he'll know he's in go mode, probably, because that will be the last loose item for him. Meanwhile, One Fine Day has finished up his last of his bosses and is ready for Topher if he ever finds that loot.
Is ready for Topher when he finds that loot.
Ooh, and apparently
there's a ribbon.
Second ribbon in Sky.
So there's a ribbon in Mermaid Room, and there's a ribbon in Greater Than Less Than Room.
There's not a lot of chests we haven't checked tonight, so maybe it's higher up in Sky for our third ribbon, or maybe it's deep in Topher somewhere.
I'm almost afraid to ask what you do that you can do shots at work.
Nothing important, obviously. One Fine Day turns in his bottle, gets his herb. We'll hopefully see him turning that in and getting that loot here soon. And Lord Fizzleby. Oh, nope, that wasn't an eye tile. That was just an eye. I got all excited for nothing.
And rock golems. That's a lot of XP. Well, maybe not as much as I thought, but they're nice XP.
They are, especially in the seed where you've got non-elemental damage like Nuke just waiting at your hand tip. And one fine day gets his loot, and it looks like he is headed straight into Topher.
I always liked the music in Topher past.
I can't say I've ever really noticed it. And I feel terrible saying that. Instead of a phantom, we have an ogre and creeps today. That is not very threatening. That is not what I want guarding my lair.
That's also not what I would want to guard. My secret underground lair. See, I always get lost in Topher, partially because I'll make this refrain again. I'm bad at this game.
It is certainly probably the map that took me the longest to learn. And I've only learned the way through it. I don't know where the chests are. I know occasionally one of our runners that is running behind will go around and check them all and show them to us. We don't normally see them, but I don't have a clue where they are.
And Fizzlebeef is on the Bridge of Destiny. Let's see if he gets to see our Warmac overlords.
Nuclear fried robot chicken.
And Burt Reynolds gets the bottle.
No robot chicken
Fizzlebeef
today.
Yeah, Fizzlebeef hitting Tiamat.
Meanwhile, we have Lich 2 going on, throwing out them Fire 3.
Lich 2, which is no more threatening than Lich 1.
Yeah, not a lot of HP today. I guess he was trying to conserve those nukes.
Fizzlebeef is turning in the slab.
That's not gonna feel good.
It feels bad, man.
And Carry 2 goes down. Man, these fiends are not rolling a lot of HP today. This is going to be a very quick Topher if it's not careful. We still got Kraken here. Come on, Kraken. You know you want to be a gatekeeper tonight. Is it bad that we sometimes root for the fiends?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Four hits, 475 before the fast and the tempers come out. This is not going to last long. 8 hits, 867, and the Kraken goes down. We only got 2 left. Hey, there's our iron goals. We always want to see more of them. Lord Fizzlebeef entering Topher just before the hour 30 mark. Alright, Tia 2, what do we got? We got Temper, Fast, as usual. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, starting off with a power bonk. Gotta get extra strong for this.
Okay. Temper, fast, and power bonk. Yeah, that sounds about right. $8 for 1074 and done.
And Chaos better be scared. If Chaos is not bringing the nuclears today, it's gonna be an issue.
Even that might not help.
Hey, you know, decent rolls. If he kills everything but the knight right off the bat, it could happen.
Okay, valid point. Valid point.
Oh, actually using the defense sword, trying to be a little bit cautious. Two hits for 100 damage. There was no need to use that defense sword a second time. And Chaos is terminated. GG to
Yowza.
one fine day.
One Fine Day is our winner with an official SRL time of 1:32:01.
Fizzlebeef right behind him, entering the Kraken floor. Just got a couple fiends to go. Shouldn't be an issue from what we've seen so far.
Well, to answer Piercing Mountain, who said he thought One Fine Day was behind, but that was like 40 minutes ago, One Fine Day made some good choices. And is that One Fine Day I hear just jumping into our chat?
It is.
Congratulations to you. Good game.
Thanks. I feel dirty winning that way because I forgot about the loot until I got to Earthgame and I looked at my menu and was like, oh, I have a loot. So I might as well look here because if it's not here, I'm pretty much game over.
Yeah, we were wondering what you were thinking when you orphaned all the chests in Sky.
Well, my thinking was I forgot about the loot, and I thought all I needed to get was a ribbon and maybe a decent armor, and I got both of those in Mermaid. So I thought, oh, I can just go. Yeah, I mean, Fizzle was less than 5 minutes behind me going into Topher, according to this. So yeah, I made quite a few mistakes, just execution errors. Forgot to get exit from Melman and all sorts of routing errors when I had to airship first and around that time where I did class change.
Did
Is
you not notice that Bahamut was in Melmond?
No, because I didn't go up there. I forgot that flag was on, even.
By the way, Burt Reynolds has found Warmac.
Hey, Warmack's nothing. No, fifth spellbook.
Lord Fizzlebeef entering the Chaos floor. Gonna be getting our second look at Chaos here in just a moment.
So, were you happy with your choice of party when you saw the spellbook?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to go wrong with that party. But once I saw a new contemporary, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, seeing Nuke and Temper at level 1 would pop into my head. All right. Chaos using Swirl and a 5 hits for 15-20. Fizzlebeef has knocked off Chaos and finished in second place with an official SRL time of 1:35:47.
GG.
Got a question here about whether or not Warmech being extraordinarily bad luck. I think most of them consider him good luck, but also our encounter rarity is shuffled. So sometimes things that you don't normally see a lot of show up a little bit more in our seeds than they would in, say, a vanilla run.
I thought Warmack was always group 7. It was like specifically coded that way, but I haven't looked at that section of the code in a while, so I don't know for sure.
Oh, that could also be true.
A wild Fizzlebeef appears.
Hello.
GG Fizzle.
I seem to have overprepared for Topher slightly.
Ever so
Yeah,
slightly. It kind of turned out to not be a big deal tonight.
Yeah, it was not as bad as we were afraid it would be.
No, when I read the flags, I figured I should ballpark for, I don't know, maybe 24, 25. I ended up way overshooting that, and like everything just fell over. I don't get it.
Oh, especially the later, especially the stuff like 2, Tiamat 2, Chaos.
Did anything have anything?
I didn't see anything.
All right.
I assume things had things, but they just didn't live long enough to show them to us.
Right.
Well, there was Peds with Toxic.
Yeah, I'm very acquainted with those.
That was ugly. Yeah, the double red mage was a really interesting. Really would have interested particular to bring up something that Maris memes in chat said. So, did you ever feel like you were behind? And this is a question for both One Fine Day and Fizzlebeef.
I always feel behind.
I was feeling good up until Ice had essentially nothing, and I just kind of limped out of it. And from there on was from there on was basically the quest to find the ribbon, because I hadn't found one anywhere else. I'm like, well, I really, really, really want one, and the longer it took trying to dig it out, the worse it got. Just being like, okay, now I'm kind of behind. Now I'm really behind. Now I'm light years behind. I had a bit of hope when I found that loose slab in Mirage, thinking, oh, maybe something weird has happened this entire time, and I'm secretly a genius. Nope. It was just wasting time.
I would have thought you would have gone to turn in the herb when you got the herb from the bottle.
Mm-hmm. I thought about it, but basically, I basically told myself that herb was gonna lead to loot or chime, and if robot gave me chime, then before I turned in loot, I would just go do Mirage Sky because I'm already right here. It's shorter travel distance.
Yeah.
I need a stupid ribbon.
Yeah. Then the travel distance occurred to me. Oh wait, you're already right there by Mirage.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense to go do Mirage Sky. We have found a Massa. Massa was in the greater than less than room,
Right next to that
as
ribbon. I
well as
wanted.
another ribbon.
Yep. Lord Fizzlebeef was swinging that against Chaos.
Yeah, it did work. Where was the other ribbon?
There was a ribbon in Mermaids.
Oh. Did we find the third one?
I do not believe we saw the third.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably somewhere in Sky Tower and Sky Palace.
Quite possibly. As desperate as I was to get one, I couldn't justify the trip to Mermaids. It was just too far out of my path.
Well, if you went into Sea Shrine, get all 4 loose items, that justifies the trip to Mermaids, because there's so many chests there that the chances that the loose item will be there aren't bad.
Right. I'm trying to figure
Ooh.
out how the math got to 4 loose items, because when I was reading the flags, I could swear that in the worst case scenario of both floater and canoe being incentivized, which they were, there would only be 3 loose.
The fourth one would be the canal, which was not incentivized.
Right, okay. For some reason, I always think Canal is incentivized.
It usually is.
You're thinking what was incentivized?
The canal.
The canal. It's just one of those things that it's either like free or incentivized. That's why I ran like face first into the land bridge like 2 minutes in, because I'm just like, oh, I got a free boat. I need towns. Let's go on an adventure. Oh wait, we're inner sea locked. Does not compute.
And Fukumachi is checking all of those Sky Palace, Sky Castle chests.
Yep, he has not been
Talking.
to Earth yet, so he does not have that bottle, and we'll be checking all the chests.
Talking is a thing.
Space Cave rolls off the tongue easier.
It does.
I just call the whole thing Sky.
Mm-hmm.
On the plus side, he might show us where that last ribbon is.
And Bert is on. Is that Tiamat 2?
It sure is.
Go, Bert. Hit him with a strong breeze. That seemed to be enough for me.
Looks like Bert's playing it safe, though. He's actually using that defense sword, just in case.
Yeah, I moved my defense over to the knight in preparation for War Mech, but never saw it. And then it was always in the back of my mind that if one of the fiends got super feisty, I could flip to defensive strats, but I never needed to.
We do find a Zeus gauntlet up in Sky. Nope, the other ribbon is not in Sky.
Nope. So maybe Topher, maybe Marsh Law.
Maybe the lower end of Earth.
I checked. I full cleared Earth. It wasn't in there.
Then Topher or Marshlock.
Meanwhile, we got Bert entering the Chaos floor. Chaos is not long for this world. I can't imagine this going any other way.
Go, Bert. Mess him up.
Okay, I will say this. Fukamachi is running the party that I usually run. Fighter and Rainbow Mage. But again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm bad at this game.
There's something to be said for Rainbow as covering all the bases. White Mage provides an excellent safety mechanism in case, say for instance, we didn't get the almost best possible magic we could have. Also helps if the life and fade spells are low level but White Mage locked.
And we get a third War Mech. Bless RNG.
I think it's on Power Cycle, and because I got it at the same spot.
Yeah, I didn't power cycle when I went into Mirage because I was still digging stuff.
Ooh.
Warmech. Warmech is tougher. Warmech was tougher than Chaos.
Yeah.
Not saying much, though.
And Bert has cleared Chaos. Okay, Bert has finished in third with an official SRL time of 1:47.21. Thunderclawed in fourth, SRL time of 1:47.37. Do have a Fukamachi has forfeited.
GG. Hopefully they will be coming in to join us here in just a minute.
So one fine day. Any final thoughts on any other thoughts on the seed?
If you're with us. If not, do you have any final thoughts on the Seed Lord Fizzlebeef?
Give me 27 nuke charges and I'll show you how easy Topher gets.
Yeah, that was basically my feeling when I saw your party going on when that level 1 nuke came.
To give me 27, give me 18 nuke charges and 18 fade charges, and I'll show you how easy Topher gets.
Pretty much. Free seed is free. We've all seen it. And today it was extra free because nothing rolled more than like 100% HP. Looks like Show just arrived and will be joining us momentarily.
Welcome, Show.
Hello. That was brutal. Hello? Can you hear me? Oops.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Tell us about that marsh play.
Well, I mean, I wanted the white shirt because I wasn't sure if Invis 2 was learnable. But not that it mattered. I mean, scorpions with what? Thunder, blaze, werewolves. I mean, it was just so mean.
Peds with Toxic.
I didn't. Oh, did I see that? I may have saw that. I don't remember. And not finding a ribbon until Mermaid's floor, and I just got unlucky, I guess.
Yeah, marsh definitely seemed like the worst part of the game, and it was totally not required. So
Yeah. Oh well. But I'm also an hour late for an engagement, but that's okay. They'll be okay with it. But yeah, I mean, other than Marsh Cave being really rough, things hit really hard. I was lost and confused in Waterfall, which is a rarity, but I guess I've played like 10 or 12 seeds in the past 24 hours, so I think it's all starting to blend together.
I mean, I know I at least did one full lap of Waterfall before I found the room.
I should just go up, but I kept going left and right. I'm like, ah! It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's rare that I quit these things, but you know, I think I need to take a short 24-hour break from this since I've done so many races in the past few days. But yeah, it was good, you know. But yeah, really tough. I'm honestly quite surprised. So, anyways, thanks, B Gaming, for hosting us, and Happy New Year, everybody. For those of you who are still in that that time. And I will see all of you all later. Have a good one.
You
great
too.
having
Happy
you.
New
Have
Year.
a good night, Show.
Yeah.
So once again, for everyone, Happy New Year. I know it may be a little early in some places. It's just coming up on 10 o'clock here, but
Happy New Year in 4 hours, everyone on the West Coast.
Just an hour away here.
Same here. Same here. Well, did anyone else have any final thoughts on the seed one fine day from our winner?
No, the key to winning is just be lucky and screw up. And just blow past everything in the sea and sky and just realize you need to get the loot in Earth and then just full clear Earth. Yeah.
When it works, it works.
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Of course, it's
Yeah.
better to be lucky and good.
Oh, I like to think I'm good.
I mean, you did good here. That's evidence A.
With that, I think it's almost time for us to sign off. Does anyone have any other final comments?
Well, once again, for everyone, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun in 2019, and hope 2020 is even better for you.
We're in 20s.
Here, here. Like to thank everyone out there. As he said, I will echo it. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you, all of our fans, for coming out. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting us tonight. Always wonderful to host.
Thank you to the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. It's a great community. If you haven't tried playing this randomizer, you should try it. The community's very welcoming. They're very willing to help, and yeah. Thanks, and on behalf of Speed Gaming 3, on behalf of all the all of the other volunteers, Danny3883, our tracker, my co-commentator, Cyranus, I'm DM Stewart 1981, signing off.